Hi guys, it's Shirley here. I thought I'd share with you one of the fasting and cleansing practices that I do at least twice a year, if not a little bit more frequently. So cleansing practices in yoga are called Kriyas, and this one is the salt water flush called the Laghoo. It is warm, salty water, so I use Ayurvedic salt. Ayurveda salt has got some of the beautiful elements and stuff like that from the earth still in it, but just make sure that you use a salt that's non-ionized. You can use Himalayan salt, whatever kind of works for you. So it's warm salty water, it's 2 litres, and it's 2 teaspoons of salt to 1 litre of water, so it's quite salty. So there's 4 teaspoons that I've popped into this 2 litre jug. And make sure you give it a stir. The idea is that the salt water flush is doing that, so it's helping to cleanse your digestive system and help to flush any of the impurities and things like that out. So this can help us with any kind of digestive elements. So things that you might find like constipation or any kind of digestive issues. It also, of course, helps our skin to be clearer because everything is linked in with how well our digestive system is working. Of course, use your common sense. So if you have heart considerations, other kind of more significant digestive issues, or you're not a frequent visitor to the toilet in the morning or during the day, you don't have a daily bowel practice, then maybe this is not a great place for you to start. And I recommend starting with at least, working your way up to at least 2 cups of water every morning. So this is a practice I've been doing for, I can't remember, years now. And I usually have it with some lime or lemon juice in it. And so this is a beautiful way of kickstarting your digestive system in the morning. You do that after you've scraped your tongue. I've shared a video on that before. And it's a beautiful way of kickstarting your digestion before you eat or drink anything else. You chug a lug, so you drink it quite quickly. It's not about hydration, it's a flushing. And the idea is to help cleanse out yesterday's byproducts before you put in any of the new and beautiful nutritional foods that you're going to eat today. With this practice then, this is what we're doing, is that we're taking 2 cups of this warm salty water, chug a lug once again, and then we're going to do 5 yogi kind of practices. They're not hardcore. It's just a way of helping to open the sphincters and to get into all the little corners in your digestive tract, because of course our digestion starts at our mouth and then it goes into the stomach after it passes down through the esophagus, and then you've got all of those loops of your small intestine before it gets to the large intestine called our colon, before it comes out the other end. So this is a practice to do when you don't have a lot of energy requirements, so you've kind of got a day where you can rest a little bit after the practice and that you've got access to the loo. Not quite sure how quickly your body's going to respond to the salt water and the practice that we do here. So the idea is to kind of give it some time to come through. So you'll take 2 glasses, do 5 practices of the 5 exercises before you come back and go again, and just let your body tell you when it's time to visit the toilet. Okay, I'll see you a little bit later. I'll just chug this and then I'll show you the practices. See you soon. Okay, so I've just had my 2 glasses and drunk them very quickly for the saltwater flush, the Laghoo, and the 5 exercises. I'll just quickly take you through them and then I'll leave you to continue this on your own. So basically what we do is a Tadasana, so you don't have to have a yoga mat. This is just where I practice. You can just be on the floor, it's no drama. Okay, so you're going to link your fingers, stretching up, and just rise up onto your toes and come back down again. So you're going to do this 5 times. You can bring your arms down if they get tired. And now staying up, and you do like the swaying palm tree, where you're going to push out through one hip and over to the other side. So 5 times to each side. You can do this with your breath and slow it down if you want to. Basically what we're just doing is encouraging that salt water to make its way down through our system. And while I've been talking, I've lost count. I think that's about 5. And now stepping your feet a little bit wider, and you're just going to do your twisting around so that you're working more into twisting your trunk. And you can understand and reflect on what this is like in your digestive system. So of course, at any time if you start to feel a little bit nauseated, just stop or slow down. Maybe you need to abort it a little way through, and that's fine. It's just a way that your body is communicating with you. So like I said, we're doing each one 5 times each. And I think this is 5 now. And then the next couple are down on the floor, so I hope you'll be able to see me okay. What we're doing is coming down on the floor and coming up one into your cobra and looking over one shoulder and coming back, looking over towards your toes the other way. So once again, encouraging the system all the way down to the tail end. And basically what you'll have is a suggestion on what your digestive system is like at this time. And you'll get to the stage where you've repeated this practice 3 times through, okay, and there shouldn't be any more water left, any of your salt water left out of your 2 litres. And what's coming out the tail end should be pretty much the same as what's coming in, what went in, if that makes sense, without getting too graphic. Okay, and the last pose is like the crow pose, where you're kind of just squatting and changing. You can have your hands on your knees. You can walk in this pose if you want, but I just want it to stay in the spot so you can see what I'm doing. So you're just putting one knee to the ground, lifting it up, putting the other knee to the ground, lifting up. All right, I hope that's enough support for you to explore this on your own. I do have a PDF. I'll attach the file when I upload it all. With the crow also, you can be looking around to the sides if you want to. And at the end, once you've finished your 2 litres, if you still feel like you've got energy and you're still wanting to explore a little bit deeper, it's to come into your squat and just move your abdominal muscles and massage those internal organs. Okay, have fun. I wanted to complete this video with a little aftercare suggestion after the Laghoo that we've practiced this morning. So just to make sure that you don't go and just start eating exactly how you would usually eat. You've taken this time and you've invested this energy into clearing the pipes, clearing the way so that you have this beautiful, clear process for getting the enrichment and the nourishment from the foods that you eat. So make sure what you start to put in is also nourishing, that you're not just going to start throwing back in all the crap, all the processed foods and things like that. So traditionally you would start with a really light broth, even maybe a little bit of dal and rice, those kind of really bland kind of foods. So kind of just allow your body to guide. I kind of tend to perhaps do a little bit of a juice or kind of a little piece of fruit, just depending on what time of year that I'm doing this process. So in winter, I'd be more likely to have a beautiful light soup, whereas now I'm probably more likely to lean towards some juices, even veggie juices. That way that the juicing process actually takes out the fibre. So you've kind of just got all of that concentrated nourishment of all those vitamins and things like that that your body's ready to absorb. But just remember to go really gently and really lightly. Your gut's been stripped a little bit, so just be really nourishing and gentle. I would avoid dairy for a little while, and yeah, not too heavy with your meats. Meat just takes so long and is so dense that our digestion takes a lot longer to process that. And now that you've got this clean path, by adding meat straight back in you can kind of just sabotage how the path then stays clear and how long you benefit from taking this time to do your Laghoo practice. Pork is the worst meat for us to consume. It takes 36 hours to leave the stomach. It really is not a healthy choice, and I suggest that you lean towards plant-based as much as possible. Okay, that's it. Oh, and of course, hydration. Make sure you stay hydrated. We've had such a intense summer season already here in Australia, and doing this practice is, I like doing it when the seasons are changing, and but yeah, just to be really mindful of where your hydration is, because you do lose a lot of fluid from your bowel, just like from your bladder. Okay, blessings, bye.